Hello and welcome to MajorChief.com. I'm More Devil, and this video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So first off, I would just like to start out with, I guess my setup and everything like that. I've been playing this game for a number of years. I would say six, but that's just a rough guess. I used to play. I used to have multiple accounts. I used to actually build in the whole state of Minnesota. I had pretty much every single hospital, almost every single fire department. It was pretty close in the state of Minnesota. And I also had an account. If you guys look back at my previous videos from maybe 2 years ago, I had an account that was called Fire Station Builder Number One, and I built the whole LA area, which there's a lot of stations. That I got that account pretty darn high. And then I moved to this new account, which was called Firelane. Now, Firelane has expanded rapidly. Firelane has progressed more than my original Fire Station Builder Number One account. Now, imagine if I kept my original account, how far ahead I would be. I'd probably be in the billions. Anyways, I just want to show you guys a quick setup of my places and kind of where I'm going with my thought process and stuff like that. And once I'm done with this, I'll kind of just turn it over to you guys, because I do have some questions for you guys as well. So my current plans, I really don't talk about it too much here on camera, because you guys more or less you get the videos of me building, which you guys don't get the big picture. But let's open up the spreadsheet real quick here. So here's my setup. I have Coast Guard stations in Alaska, Washington State, Oregon, California, and then all the way on the eastern seaboard to East Coast here. My plan is to get every single Coast Guard station in the United States. With that being said, they are extremely expensive to make and to staff. To get the boats, the airplanes, the helicopters, the bases themselves, millions. It costs so much money. But I really do enjoy researching the Coast Guard. If you guys want to see a specific video on how I research the Coast Guard, it's actually pretty wild where I get information, but it does take quite a bit of time to find the information. But this is, it shows every single boat, and how I find the information. It takes a long time to figure out where the boat actually is home ported, so it does take some time to figure out all this information about the MLBs, which is the motor lifeboats, the RBSs, response boat smalls, the RBMs, which are response boat mediums, where the WPBs are, which are water patrol boats, where all the ships are. So that's the Coast Guard. Now that's a whole nother story, but I just want to quickly show you guys my setup. Like I said, my official goal is to get every single Coast Guard station in the United States. So that's in the Great Lakes area up here, of course down here in the Gulf, and all the way up to Maine and down to Florida as well. There's also some stations down in the Bahamas as well, and also in Hawaii. Can't forget about Hawaii. So Hawaii will be coming soon. I don't know whenever that'll be, but I don't know, who knows. Maybe it'll be soon. Anyways, I'm going to flip it back over to you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. When you guys comment, or if you guys have any questions, I am glad to answer questions, or even recruit you guys to my alliance. My alliance is a little bit different than most alliances out there. People do play this game in two different ways. They either play it, well, I guess you can consider it three. People play it extremely unrealistically. What I mean by that, I mean, let's just go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota here, and I just picked a random city. They would straight up build a fire station wherever they want. You could build a fire station here, in all four corners. You can put it on every single little grid square. You can make it however you want, and that's okay if you want to play like that. I just don't find enjoyment on building random stuff and then having a fire station with 35,000 fire engines in it. It just, I don't know. It's just not for me, to be honest. You can play like that. It's great. That's how you make extreme amounts of money, by having an unrealistic setup. Like, you can have an airport with 50,000 pieces of equipment in it, and you have a plane crash every 3 seconds that you're able to handle. So I mean, you can create so much credit grinding and wealth out of it, which and if you have alliance funds, it'll create just such a spiral of just credit funds to the hedge fund. Anyways, that's one way of playing it. I play in the exact opposite. I play realistically, so if there's a fire station there in real life, I'm building that fire station there. If there's a real life engine in there, I'm putting the engine. and the exact other apparatus. If there's a battalion, there's a battalion there. If there's not a battalion, there ain't no battalion there, which does make my gameplay very, very difficult, especially with a game that doesn't create calls equally. Hopefully that makes sense. But if you guys have questions on that, you guys can definitely ask them later. But I do get comments on a decent amount of my videos, not gonna lie. And I am happy to answer you guys' questions or even create videos if you guys have a very specific question. I always think about like tutorial videos, but like what I'm gonna make, but I just never have any good ideas because I feel like what I cover in them is like very basic. But if you guys have any questions, like I said, just drop them down in the comments. I'll make a video, or I'll just comment to you if it's something simple. But like I said, I've been playing this game for many, many years. I've been making videos ever since, pretty much on all my progress. So I appreciate all my viewers who have followed me this far, and we still have a long way to go. I don't exactly know where my fire departments, my police departments, and just the cities I'm going to be building. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to be going with that. I do kind of skip around sometimes, and there's a few reasons for that. If you guys really do care to know, let me just give you guys just a quick example here. This right here, vehicle display limited, load missing. This is the biggest pain in the ass ever. This is the main reason why I try to skip around. You know, I should honestly make a video on what this little yellow tab is, because it is the absolute worst, and it can be easily fixed by Mission Chief coding, but they don't want to for whatever reason. I don't know if it's the servers or some other stuff. I should make a video on that and how to counteract it, but it's very difficult to counteract it when you don't have a choice. Sorry, that I do have some tangents about this game that don't ever get fixed. There's a lot of problems with this game that they just don't fix, or they just don't even know about, or they just. Anyways, it's a long story. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out to all my viewers who have been watching through these many, many times. A lot of my viewers have actually ended up in my alliance as well. So we do communicate. We do have a pretty well-functioning alliance, even though we're not that big. We do have a pretty well-balanced alliance. You know, if we take a look here, if you guys look at my videos from maybe 3 or 4 months ago, when I first started working on Seattle, I was the first one in the state of Washington to even put a fire station down. I don't remember what my first station was, but it was in the city of Seattle. I don't know exactly what station number, but I made one, and then ever since then, my alliance members moved in. And, you know, they built the east side of the Bellevue area. They built the islands. There's multiple different people here. They built this place right here, which is it's pretty much its own county, pretty much. I think. What county is this? This is Island County, which is kind of a basic county name. But someone moved in here, and they made all the islands. So Woodley Island, Kimono Island, all these things. So this is one person setup. This is another person setup. This is a county right here. So we have not Olympic. We have Clallam County. We have Jefferson County over here, and then we have Mason County over here. So, and then we also have another person down here who's playing in Olympia, which this is Thurston County, and then he is also playing a little bit here in a little bit of Pierce County, but he says he might be moving out of here soon. So we might take this over. We'll kind of see what we're gonna do with that. And then we have another person, like I said, who has these two areas over here. There's also another person just north of here in the area of Everett. His name is Zero Gravity. He just plays in the Everett area. So yeah, it pays to have a community who is right behind you guys. There's also someone who's moving into Vancouver, Canada, which we have no problem with people who move into Canada. Where our alliance is based on the American West Coast, and Canada is part of the Americas. So you're definitely welcome to build in Canada if you want. You're welcome to build wherever you want in this alliance, to be honest. As we just ask that you build realistically. You know, it's, like I said, that's the correct station and the apparatus that's inside of them. Now, that does get a little bit complicated sometimes, like I said, because Mission Chief is a little bit difficult, and I do have to play realistically, but semi-unrealistically, just because the game forces me to. The game forces you to have an unrealistic amount of heavy rescues, an unrealistic amount of mobile commands, air units. Most cities and towns in this world don't have air units. or heavy rescues or mobile commands. Only major cities really have mobile commands. So you have to kind of substitute your units to make your area actually function. Otherwise, you're just getting screwed every single day, and it's just not even worth the time and the headache of it. Yeah, they're working on Vancouver, Canada here. Who knows? Maybe we might do something over here in this county over here, which is forgot the county name. Whatcom County. So this is Whatcom County over here, pretty large area. But the weird thing about Whatcom County is, take a look at this. This is Canada. This is the United States. This is called Point Roberts. A very interesting place. I think you guys should definitely Google that. Google Point Roberts. Very interesting place. So that is part of Whatcom County, U.S., and this is all Canada. And the only way to get to Whatcom or Point Roberts by boat or by airplane, helicopter. That's it. Or swim, but I probably wouldn't recommend swimming. But yeah, that's just a brief update on kind of where things have gone in the last year. I think we've expanded pretty good. I'm still sitting on 18.3 million credits if we take a look up here. I'm still sitting on a lot. I've also switched to a different platform. I've started using OBS instead of I used to use a really bootlegged program to screencast. It was called Screencast-O-Matic. Now, it worked well, but the OBS just is so much easier to use, and it's also free. So I've definitely had to kind of move things around, and I think it's for the better. I think the OBS system is a heck of a lot easier. But that's kind of me and my updates. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. And I just want to thank you guys again for being loyal viewers of the Horny Devil channel. So I will be making a video here real soon, so stay tuned for the next one. See you.